Celtic have been handed a huge transfer blow after a deal has been agreed. We will discuss this story in today's video, whilst going over all the latest from around the club in the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Kasper Schmeichel has made it clear he has no intention of hanging up his gloves anytime soon, telling Celtic fans he's far from done as he enters his second season at the club. The 39-year-old goalkeeper who joined the Hoops last summer and played a vital role in the club's domestic double is now in the final year of his contract. Despite being one of the oldest players in the squad, Schmeichel shows no signs of slowing down and certainly isn't thinking about retirement. When he was asked if the thought of retiring had crossed his mind, he said this: "That's not my mindset. I haven't done everything. There's a lot still to accomplish. In all honesty, I never think like that. I've never been the type of guy to think in restrictions or limitations or anything like that. At the moment, I'm just loving playing football. I love being part of a club where the culture is so driven by winning. That really motivates me every single day to get up to it, to make sure that we uphold those standards and keep striving for more," Schmeichel said. Schmeichel's hunger and commitment to the cause were clear across last season. He provided a steady presence between the sticks and was instrumental in Celtic's title charge and League Cup triumph. But the veteran knows competition is rising. Finnish understudy Viljami Sinisalo impressed late last season when Schmeichel was sidelined and could provide a stiffer challenge for the number one spot this time around. Still, the former Leicester and Nice keeper remains focused on the now, not the finish line. Schmeichel added this: "I'm not the type of person to say that I'm going to do this or going to do that. I take everything as it comes. At this stage of my career, nothing's ever guaranteed. It never is at any point, but one injury can end your career at this stage. I think for me, it's all about being here, contributing, enjoying every single minute. The only way I do that is by being part of a winning team," he concluded. Celtic will need Schmeichel at his best with a huge Champions League playoff tie looming at the end of August. The Hoops are aiming to return to the league phase under Brendan Rodgers, and the veteran stopper's experience could prove crucial. Whether he plays into his 40s or not, Schmeichel's focus remains clear: win more, enjoy every moment, and help Celtic reach new heights. Now for the main story, Carlos Forbes has completed a move from Ajax to Club Brugge, putting to bed recent speculation linking him with a switch to Scotland. The Portuguese winger had been at the centre of transfer talk over the past week, with suggestions he could be heading to the Scottish Premiership. Fabrizio Romano reported that clubs in Scotland, England and Italy had shown serious interest in the 21-year-old. That led to increased chatter around a potential move to Celtic, with the winger seen as a strong candidate to bolster attacking options ahead of the new season. However, no concrete offer from any Scottish side materialised. Instead, Forbes has opted for Belgium, with Club Brugge securing his signature in what appears to be a long-term project. Brugge, regulars in European competition and consistent challengers in the Belgian Pro League, were quick to move, sealing the deal before other interested parties could act. Forbes, known for his pace, directness and creativity from wide areas, had been tipped for a big move after his development in the Ajax system. His technical ability and attacking instincts made him an attractive option for clubs seeking flair and energy on the flanks. While the nature of the interest from Scotland was never fully clarified, the player's eventual destination suggests Brugge clearly offered him the clearest pathway for regular football and progression. With the Belgian league increasingly becoming a springboard for young talent, the move could prove a wise one for Forbes at this stage of his career. Celtic, who have been linked with several wide players this window, will now turn their attention elsewhere as Brendan Rodgers continues to shape his squad. Whether there was genuine movement from the Hoops remains unclear, but any chance of Forbes arriving in Glasgow has now been closed. Club Brugge are expected to unveil the winger officially in the coming days. In other news, with a lot made of Shunsuke Yamada's stats for Kawasaki Frontale this season, just 2 goals in 21 league games compared to 19 in 38 last season, one stat from the forward has stood out. His top speed this year ranks second in the J1 League at 35.4 kilometers per hour. Incredibly, that edges Daisen Maeda's title-winning burst from 2021 with Yokohama F. Marinos clocked at 35, while Maeda has since gone quicker, hitting 35.6 in last season's Champions League. Yamada's numbers show he's operating at a similar level of raw pace. That's no small feat. As expected, Yamada fits a familiar profile. He's cut from the same cloth as Maeda and Kyogo. These are high-intensity forwards who never stop running. But the 25-year-old brings something a bit different too. While his speed and pressing ability align him with his compatriots, he's also known for his physical strength. He can hold the ball up, bring others into play, and is a threat in the air. Despite arriving for a modest fee of around £1.5 million, Yamada isn't coming to make up the numbers. Some may have dismissed the signing given his recent goal return, but Celtic clearly believe there's more to come. He's got the tools to make an immediate impact in Scotland. There's already talk in Japan of him linking up with Maeda up front at next summer's World Cup. There's confidence there and ambition too. Yamada has spoken about his desire to not only make Japan's squad, but to win the tournament. That kind of mentality has been missing at times in recent Celtic squads. If his feet match his words, Celtic may well have unearthed another gem. Lastly, Paul Lambert has suggested that Celtic would be serious contenders at the highest level if they had the financial clout of their English Premier League counterparts. The former Hoops captain made the point during a discussion where Ray Parlour raised concerns about the gap in resources between clubs north and south of the border. Parlour highlighted the challenge facing Scottish sides in European competition, especially when set against the enormous television revenues enjoyed by even the lowest placed sides in England's top flight. The difference, he argued, makes it extremely difficult for Celtic to consistently compete on the continental stage. Lambert, who lifted the Champions League with Borussia Dortmund before joining the Hoops, was quick to back Celtic's potential. He argued that the stature of the club would allow them to compete toe-to-toe with the best, provided they were given time and investment on par with Premier League clubs. Referencing the late Walter Smith, Lambert insisted that with comparable budgets and a bedding-in period, Celtic and Rangers could reach the elite level in Europe, a sentiment he has held for years. Parlour said this: "It's really hard, isn't it, to compete in Europe with the prize money, what they get in the Premier League. If you look at the bottom team in the Premier League, they get £100-odd million. What do Celtic get to win the league? To compete with the teams around Europe, they do really well to get to where they get to with the budget that they have," he said. Lambert added this: "They do, Ray, but I think Walter Smith, God rest him, said it years ago. I have said it a long time ago. If you give Celtic and Rangers the same budget as what they get in the Premier League, you give them a few years to find their feet, and I will guarantee you they will be right up there, just because of the size of the clubs," he said. The debate around Celtic's spending power is nothing new, but the recent comments reignite a long-standing discussion about financial fairness in European football. Despite regular domestic success, Celtic often find themselves outgunned in the Champions League by clubs with vastly superior resources. Lambert's comments will strike a chord with many supporters who believe the club's true potential is capped by the structural inequalities of modern football. The idea that Celtic could thrive given a level playing field is a view that's often shared within Scottish football but rarely entertained by those down south. Whether or not such financial parity ever materialises remains to be seen, but the underlying point stands. Celtic, with their fan base, infrastructure and history, would not look out of place on a bigger stage provided the economic conditions allowed them to build accordingly. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.